Does more wattage mean different sound quality? Our question today comes from Harsh in Delhi, India, a town that's kind of cool. I've been to Delhi. I like Delhi. How much of a difference does wattage of amplifier make in the sound quality? So, suppose there are two amplifiers of the same brand, the same model. The only difference is in the wattage rating of both. How do they differ apart from output wattage? And what about the sound quality, like clarity, detail, imaging, instrument separation, bass, etc.? We all know that higher wattage amplifiers can drive power-hungry speakers more easily than low wattage amplifiers. But does wattage mean better sound quality? Great question, and I will get to it in just a second, but we are upstairs and I wanted in our new building, and I wanted to show you some of the progress. So we are in the new mastering studio, recording lab, that I'm really personally excited about. This is where Gus Skinnis is going to put his mastering studio. We're going to have artists come up here and record, and we're going to share those recordings with you. And I want to show you a little bit about what's going on in here. So for my video viewers, you're looking here at this angled wall, and then there's another one over here that are the isolation rooms, okay? So for those that aren't watching it on video, we've got pretty much a 45-degree angle at two of them here, which two walls, each at a 45-degree angle, that are pointing towards the window in the back. Now this does a couple of things. First off, it creates non-parallel walls. And that's very important inside of any kind of listening environment or recording studio to get rid of echoes. So while we don't have the damping and those kinds of things up yet because we're still in the construction phase, we have the basic structure in place so that when I make my clapping sound, you can probably hear it's got a nice decay. Now, when we did this last time, and we just had a square room, a rectangular square, when I did that, it went brrr. It had this slap echo kind of thing that is very sharp and nasty sounding. And now it's just very clean, extended reverb within the room, very natural, and it's great. The next steps, of course, are we're going to have to put a floor in, we're going to put some rugs, we're going to put these sound absorbers. I don't know if you're seeing these or not, but we have, they're not, I'm sorry, diffusers. We're going to put in the RPG diffusers around the walls, and we will manipulate the room to take advantage of the sound quality that we want so it sounds live and natural without all this echo. But the start of it is to get the structure right, and to do that, we've built this sort of horn in the front of it where the main speakers will be here for the mastering lab, pointing that way. And more to come. There'll be big windows here, 1/2-inch thick plate glass, another one over there. If we have drums that we want to isolate, we'll put them in that room. If a singer needs to be isolated, we'll put them in that room. Otherwise, we'll have a very open recording medium out here. So, to our question from Harsh in Delhi. I don't think, if we ignore the idea that higher wattage gives us headroom, which we've talked about before, right? So headroom is very important. We want the amplifier to be loafing at its loudest, punchiest place, where you really hit it hard. You want that amp to be going, oh, yeah, no problem, boss. You need 110 dB. Not a problem. I'm only running at about 70% of my available power. I'm like loafing. Need more? No problem. As opposed to an amplifier who's like, strangled. This is all I got. You're pushing me to my very limits. I'm within, just an RCH of clipping. So we don't want to be there. That aside, sound quality and amplifier watts really are not related. So the way an amplifier, as a designer, the way an amplifier sounds has a great deal to do with its basic design. Is it a Class D amplifier? Is it a Class AB amplifier? Does it use MOSFETs? Does it use tubes? Does it use bipolars, BJTs? How much power supply does it have? What's its topology? Does it have a lot of feedback or very little feedback? Is the feedback controlled? Will the amplifier run open loop? Does it have a FET on the input so that we don't draw too much current? There's 100 different parameters that we understand, and our fellow designers who make products like amplifiers that actually sound good, which unfortunately is getting to be fewer and fewer and fewer in this industry. We get that, we understand that, we know how to manipulate those variables to get the sound we want, which frankly is unrelated to wattage, because I can do all the tricks that we do to get great sound in a small amp or in a big amp. So, hope that answers your question just a bit. All right, thanks, and can't wait till I get this thing done. This is going to be awesome, but there's progress. That's really great. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.